Yeah, fuck that shit.
You are watching a master at work.
That's what you all been waiting for, ain't it? Rap game on me, I've been waiting for the payment. All these little rappers come and go.
Hello guys, it's Jdyo and I am back with the next episode of Cities Skylines, and today we are going to continue this walkthrough of the best city game that I have ever played. So, if you guys don't remember watching the last episode, we did this thing called the battery method that one of my fellow YouTubers introduced. It's a super great layout and it gets a really good start, so I'm super excited to be doing this for you guys today. But one mistake I did realize I made that I want to just correct on camera was I did not make this a 4-lane road. For those of you that watched the first episode and realized that, this is supposed to be a 4-lane, just two-way, 4 lanes, like that. Anyways, kind of a minor mistake, and I was supposed to connect this right here to the other side. Nothing too major, but yeah, we're gonna also have to take out those buildings, but that's okay. It's gonna help us in the long run. I did forget to connect these two roads right here to the other side, and that's not a big deal. It's gonna lose us a tiny bit of money and a tiny bit of population once we unpause it, but it's not gonna be too bad. But yes, this is how it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like, and yeah, this is gonna be awesome, guys. It's a really good city layout. I like it a lot. In the video, if you guys checked out the actual video, the guy who introduced this layout to YouTube actually has half of this section right here residential and half of this section right here zoned for industry, and I did it all commercial because I think that works a little bit better and it kind of takes care of the commercial demand, although it does require a lot of residential at the beginning of pretty much every city. I just decided to make that all commercial, but since there is a lot of residential demand, what we can do is just keep on going with the battery layout, which is really the kind of the beauty of this layout, because you can just keep on going. I really like it a lot. I just add on and then I zone, and there it is. We've got a whole new section of the battery. So let's zone this whole area for residential, and there we go. Just like that, our residential demand is going a lot down, and our population went down because we did have to take out a few buildings, but it'll start going back up pretty soon, and we'll start being in the positive for our money making. As you guys all know, anyone that plays this game knows that this game takes a minute to start up, but once it gets going, it really gets going. So all we got to do pretty much right now is play the waiting game, see if our residential demand goes up, see what demands for which zoning goes up, and kind of go from there on what to do. We are losing quite a bit of population, but I am zoned quite a bit for residential, so we'll see what happens when more people start moving in. But for now, we're not losing as much money as I usually do when I start out with these games, and we're actually starting to go back into the positive, as you guys could tell. So that's really good. That just means that the battery layout is working. We just hit a little bit of a hiccup when I made the mistake of not making this road right here, and that was it. So it's really not that big of a deal. The other thing, the other mistake that I did make, it's not a huge mistake. All we gotta do though is we gotta upgrade this road. As you guys can see, the traffic had to cross over so that they could keep going the same direction, because this road right here, these two roads are one direction roads. If you guys don't remember in the first episode, that's something to just really help with the flow of traffic, is just making these two roads at the very beginning one direction and the other branches of roads the same, or two-way directions. That way the traffic coming into the city is not too awful. But the problem with that is I just need to, the problem I've figured out with that is that we need to make all of the roads from this first little road section one direction. So if that makes any sense, all of the roads that stem out as far as this road is going to go is just going to be one direction for this layout of the battery. Long term though, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have multiple battery layouts, one for big high density resident area sections over here, one battery layout for that, one battery layout for office buildings, some industry, and then some suburbs. I'm gonna just kind of go random, gonna go kind of crazy, do artfully messy road layouts and just things like that. We don't need to get too organized with just the normal residential suburb area, but for now we're gonna stick with the battery method just to get off with a really good layout, and we're gonna stick with it later on in the game too. It's just not gonna be the only thing that we do. Anyways, we need to select upgrade the road, and we're going to upgrade it to one direction, And we're going to do the same over here and right here, and we're going to go to change direction so that it's actually going the direction we want it to. But now that's going to just really help with the flow of traffic. So now the only way into this area of the suburbs or the residential area is just through this road right here, and they're not trying to exit at the same time. If they want to exit out of the city, they have to go up the road and out this way. They can only be going in one direction this way, and I really like that a lot. So we'll see how that works. We seem to be getting a lot of commercial, or not a lot of commercial. As you guys can see, there's pretty much no commercial buildings. We're having a little bit of a power problem. I'm gonna just slow the time down. I don't want to go crazy, but let's just see with the info views what's going on. Oh, our electricity availability is way down, and rightfully so. We have one windmill powering our entire city, so let's just throw in a coal power plant. I want to start off big. We don't need to kid ourselves and think that 3 windmills is going to be enough in 20 minutes, you know. I think we all know once this game gets going, like I said before, it really gets going. So once this game gets going, we're going to need a big power source, and there's going to be a lot of people in the cities, and if we just keep doing windmills because they're cheaper, it's going to end up costing us more money. So although that that coal power plant cost us a lot of money right there, we are making a pretty decent amount, so we'll get it back soon enough, and it's going to help us in the long run anyways, so that's okay. At least that's my point of view on what the coal power plant does for us. But look at that, guys. We hit a milestone. Let's go. So we can now take out loans, and we can now access taxes, garbage, healthcare, education. What I'm going to do is probably get an elementary school in there first thing. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to educate as many people, or start education as much as possible, so that as soon as possible we can get as many educated workers as soon as possible, because that's going to be really nice in the long run. So we're going to throw down a school right there, even though it's in the commercial zoned area. I know it's okay. And then the next thing we're going to throw down is a medical clinic, but we don't need to throw that down yet. That's a lot of money, and I don't want to. We do have the money, I just don't want to throw that down and be left with $2,000, especially when we need a landfill more than we need a medical clinic. And I'm just going to throw that right here. The pollution only goes into the industry area, and yes, that sucks a little bit, but it's not bothering any of the residents. And yeah, so we're just going to throw a landfill right there for right now. And now we've got garbage trucks, and then sooner rather than later we'll put in a medical clinic, but for now we'll just stick with that. Our money took a little bit of a hit. I'm not actually sure why, but it did take a bit of a hit. It's going back up, but we were at like $700, and now we're at like 440, but that's okay. We can deal with that for now for sure. The residential demand is going up quite a bit. That's going to happen pretty much this entire time, probably this entire episode. In the beginning of City Skylines, your residential demand goes up like crazy. So we'll do the one-way road right there, and then we'll just do the normal two-way road like this for the rest of this section of the battery layout. And before you know it, this battery layout is looking really good, and it's helping us out a lot. So ooh, that residential demand is going up quite a bit. Good thing we are on it, and we'll just do the select tool, and we can just do this. The reason I don't want to zone on the outskirts is because when you expand the roads, you're going to have to take out buildings. And I know that could technically be avoided, but it's just easier to zone the inside and not zone the outskirts until you absolutely have to. But with expanding even more residential area, we do need to do some water pipelines. And so that's another reason I wanted to keep the medical clinic out of here, because we would not have enough money to even give our residents water. So really glad that we left the medical clinic out of there. Let's go up the middle right here, give them even more water access. There we go. Boom. Alright guys, we're looking good. Let's see over here. The sewage output is a little bit iffy. A problem I ran into doing a city on my own was this water right here is actually coming from this lake over here, and that's the lake that the sewage is dumping into. So that's really gross, and that's really contaminated water. So what I realized that we got to do is we got to put a water pumping station right here and to clean our water and put it over there. So I'm going to tackle that problem before it even becomes a problem, and we're going to throw one down right there, and we're going to connect it to the city so that they start getting clean water before the water. Oh geez, let's just wait right here till we have enough money. But we're gonna connect it over here so they start getting clean water before it's even a problem. So just to tackle that problem, if you guys copied my city layout, I would make sure the water tower is connected to a fresh water source and not the water source that you used for the sewage. If you just started out with a water tower on the same map that I did, it's going to be coming straight from the sewage part of it. So alright, there we go. We are really not looking good on money, but we're actually making a lot of it. So soon we'll have quite a bit of money, but for now, we do not at all. But that's okay, because we've got people moving into the city willing to pay us a large sum of money, so that's okay. I really do like the fact that I zoned the middle right here for commercial, because like I said before, in the video that I watched, the left 4 squares right here, these left 4 squares were residential, and the right ones were commercial. Over here, the left 4 squares were commercial, and the right 4 were industry. So it was like barely any commercial, and I really like this because the more commercial demand that goes up, commercial is the lowest amount of needed demand at the beginning, so there's really nothing. But once it starts becoming a demand, it all goes right here. You don't have to zone new places for commercial buildings. You already got the space ready to go for commercial. As you can see, the commercial demand is going up a little bit, but every time it goes up a tiny bit, it goes right back down because we've already got so much zoned for it and ready to go, and I really like that. And I really like having the commercial just kind of go through the backbone of the city right there. We're looking good. We still need more residential zoning. Like I said, the residential zoning kind of goes off in the first couple episodes for the game. It'll be going kind of crazy. Ooh, we hit another milestone. That was really quick. We got a new area we can unlock. Districts, that's the big one right there. That's the one that we're going to be focusing on quite a bit for this episode, is districts, naming different districts, adding new policies to the districts. We don't have a ton of policies yet, but fire department, police department, we got industry specializations, which is really big. We've got new policies and new buildings. So that's a really, I think that's one of the biggest milestones when you're starting out, is that one right there. So I'm super happy to have hit that one, and that was really quick too. But let's continue on with this battery method, and we're gonna get as many zoned residential zoned areas as we can, and then I'm probably going to add in a few buildings depending on what I feel like we need. Right there we go. And depending on what I feel like we need, I'm gonna add in the right building, because I don't want to spend too much money on buildings that we might not even need yet. And I just realized I need to add a road up through here, right there. There we go. And we need to actually connect this with the 4-lane. There we go. Okay, so that just continues on with our battery method, and then I can zone this for residential. And there we go. Right there. Okay. But before anything happens, I'm just going to pause the time, and I'm going to add water, because I don't want everyone to start moving in and needing water. I want them to have it as soon as they do move in. So, oops. Okay, apparently we can't do that very well. So I'll just have to come around right here like that. Over like that. Follow the roads the best I can. Like that. There we go. And, whoops. That was not what I meant to do. And, we'll keep going this way. Right about there. Come down right here, and come up through right there. Okay, there we go. We're looking good on water. We can unpause now. And alright, so the next thing I wanted to do was districts. Let's add some districts. Let's start with let's just go with a neighborhood district kind of thing, a suburbs district. We don't really need to, well, let's just check out in the info views what resources we're looking at here. We got a little bit of agriculture right there. We're gonna get a little bit of ore over here, and we're gonna do an ore specialization. But the problem with that right now, ore specializing, is that we don't actually have that unlocked yet. We can't specialize for ore yet, so I think I'm gonna leave the industry zoning alone just for right now. We're definitely going to get to it later, because that is a huge tool. But for right now, let's just zone some neighborhoods. Let's go right about there. Well, I think I'm just gonna make all of this so far one district. I think that might be easier, just to do that. Add the commercial in there, add everything that we've got over here, and just make it one district. If you guys have names you would like for the districts, just leave them in the comment section below or DM me on Instagram. If you guys are not already following me on Instagram, you should totally do so at Jdyo Gaming. I post gaming clips. I don't really do a whole lot with my YouTube. I just post a lot of gaming clips, but I do update you guys with my YouTube. So if you do want to follow me on Instagram, follow me at Jdyo Gaming. Anyways, if you guys want to let me know a new district name, you should let me know in the comment section below. And for now, I think I'm just going to leave Olive Park. That sounds fine. That's whatever. I might actually change it later, but for now, we're just going to leave it at that. And I just realized we need some power over here. I'm going to throw down a windmill, because that can't hurt the power situation anyways. So we'll just throw a windmill down right there and call it good. There we go. Industry demand is on the rise, so let's actually, you know what? We are close enough. Let's see here. We are close enough to the farmland right there to where we could probably specialize this area with farming. Well, I don't know, because we might want to do ore over here. Like, we might want to have this industry all right here be ore, and then when I unlock this piece of land, make all of that agriculture, but at the same time, I don't know. That's a tough one. Because I don't know if I want to zone this fertile land over there right by the highway, because that would be a lot of traffic, so we would need to think of a really good traffic solution if we were going to do that. I don't know. We'll have to think about that one. For now, though, I think I'm gonna try zoning this for agriculture and farming, just for right now, just to see how that goes. Because when you zone it for a specific thing, it does create quite a bit of traffic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to zone that, and we can figure out, because it will take a lot of traffic. Traffic is gonna take a really big hit as soon as I zone this for agriculture. So we're gonna have to kind of find a solution to make traffic coming out of the city a lot easier. Because right now there is one way in, and that's not going to be an issue, but getting out of the city is going to be kind of a big issue. So we might need to make this industry area over here have its own way out of the city. Like I said, though, we can figure that all out once we see what the situation is actually like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually continue on with the battery method and zone for more industry. So we go up 2 right there. Connect it, boom, and that does take out our power lines, but we'll just add new ones right. Actually, we probably don't need to add a whole lot of new. Yeah, we do. Okay, never mind. I was definitely wrong. Well, you know what? Let's do this. I don't want to take away space for the industry, because there is a demand for it, so I want them to have as much space as possible. So let's bring the power lines down like this and just straight over, so that way even when I do continue with the battery method, it's not taking away that much space. So let's just do that, so that way the city's still powered, but it's not taking away enough space. Ooh, we got some burglary issues. I might throw down, the thing is though, we also need a fire department. Like, we really need a fire department, because there's going to be a lot of things burning down soon, so I think I'm going to throw down one of these first. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Sorry, guys, but that's definitely what we're going to need to do, because fire is way more of a situation than burglary, so sorry for this house, but this burglar is just going to get away with it, unless our money keeps taking a hit because of it, because then I will definitely want to just add a police station. Yeah, we're having issues. Here, you know what? We could even take out a loan. We're losing quite a bit of money, and there's 3 burglars, so let's take out a loan, and let's, 20 or 60. Let's go with the 20,000, and we will just install a police station. Let's. Oh, that was I almost did 2 fire departments. Ooh, that was close. Let's just throw it down right there. Boom. And those burglars should go away real quick. And we're looking good. I think our money. Yep, our money's going back up. So, looking good, looking good. Oh, did I forget? I might have forgotten to zone this. Like, actually zone it for industry. Yeah, I did. Okay, that was a mistake. Let's go with just the fill tool. There we go. Okay, so that's actually zoned for industry now. And now I need to make the actual district. And look at that. And that's 3 milestones in one episode, guys. That's kind of crazy. So what I'm going to do with that, actually, is... Ooh, we got some parks unlocked. I'm going to just pause it. We unlocked a lot of stuff, and we need to do quite a few things before I want to just keep going with the time. So, now that we've got this zoned, what I want to do is I want to zone it for farming. So let's zone it for the farming and agriculture, because we've got a little bit of fertile land down south. I don't even know if that's going to work, because it's not technically touching it, it's just really close to it. So again, I don't even know if that's going to work. We're not even on a piece of agricultural land, but we can just see. We'll just see how it goes. And I also want to add some policies. So let's just go right here, and districts, and let's go over to policies. Let's go with a smoking ban. We'll go with that. We'll go with probably smoke detector, and that's about it. Those are the two pretty useful ones. We'll go with oh, I gotta actually select it again. Okay, smoke detector, smoking ban, and we'll go with parks and recreation too. So it adds value to land with parks near it, because I'm going to definitely be adding parks. If I'd known we were that close to a milestone, I wouldn't have taken out a loan. Dang it, but that's okay. How much are these parks? These parks are pretty pricey. We'll go with a small park for now, and we'll throw it down. I feel bad, but it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. We'll throw it down right there, boom. And another residential demand. We're probably just gonna leave it for now, and I want to see how this agriculture is gonna go. This agriculture district over here. They're going bankrupt, and I think it's because I zoned it for agriculture, so I think they're going to remove it. Yeah, they're removing their buildings, and they're going to add, like, farming buildings because I zoned it for agriculture. So that's not a legitimate problem, but I hope our money doesn't take a huge hit, but it actually is looking like it is. That actually might be because the residential demand is through the roof, too. So let's add another section to our awesome battery layout, and we will zone for more residential area right now, and hopefully that'll help our money, because our money is going to take a little bit of a hit with the entire industry leaving, but we can deal with that. That should not be a problem once we zone for residential. So let's do that right now. I'm going to unpause it just to let things kind of move along, and let's go select, and we'll select all of it. Boom, there we go. Looking good, guys. That residential demand is going way down. The industry demand is going up, but it looks like that's not an issue because we got a lot zoned for it. Yes, our money is going back up, so that's good. We were losing money there for a little bit. That could have gotten bad, but we're looking pretty good now, and we're getting some farming buildings up in here. So looking good. Let's see. They're having issues, I think. There's little bubbles popping up. What is that? What does that mean? Are they going bankrupt or something? Maybe that was the old industry building going bankrupt, because, yeah. Oh, there it is again. Are my taxes too high for industry? That might be the case, actually. Let's see. Info views. Nope. Sorry. Budget. Economy. And then, taxes. No, it's not too high. It must be some of the same buildings that were there before I zoned it or made it a farming district, just leaving. That's got to be it, because that's the they used the little money sign before they left and replaced it with farming stuff. So hopefully that's it, but if not, I don't have a solution. We are making money though, so it's not a problem necessarily, but we'll see. Alright, it looks like this episode has run a little bit long. I think we're just gonna leave it there for now. JD City, I think that's what we named it. Let's see here. Let's save it real quick. JD City. Yes, JD City is looking really good, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. JD City is growing quick. We hit a lot of milestones in such a short period of time, so I'm super happy about that. I don't think I need to do anything off camera. Ooh, there's some water issues right now. Let's just resolve that real quick. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything off camera. I don't really need to. We don't really have any major traffic issues that would be boring to watch that I need to solve yet. That might be something in the future. I'm not making any promises that I won't do anything off camera in the future. If I do, I'll definitely let you guys know about it when I start the new episode, but if there's just a giant traffic problem that requires a lot of thinking and planning to resolve, I don't want to do that all on camera because that's pretty boring. But for now, nothing I need to do off camera. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Be looking forward to tons more episodes on City Skylines, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.